The overall progress of workers stood at 84% complete in November 2018, with most sub-projects currently in the defects notification period. Only 3 sub-projects are still being implemented out of 9. Millennium Challenge Account Zambia Chief Executive Officer Pamela Kasesebwaya noted that additional equipment for drainage maintenance valued at $498,000 was procured for Lusaka City Council in order to strengthen the division responsible for drainage maintenance. Speaking during a press briefing on Thursday in Lusaka, Ms. Bwaya says it is important for Lusaka City Council to ensure that the division is adequately staffed with skilled manpower in order to effectively operationalize drainage maintenance. She said this in a speech read on her behalf by Millennium Challenge Account Zambia Communications and Outreach Director Dr. John Kunda.
Yes, the program stopped receiving money from the American government on 15th November, and we are ensuring that we make those payments during the closure period. That's correct. But the government having given us $22 million, that $22 million is going into the completion of the expanded scope of the project, which is now being implemented by the Millennium Project Completion Agency. Secondly, the government has further committed $28 million to ensure that these works maximize on the benefits resulting from the American investments. So this government has been tremendously committed to the project and to ensure that we do not only complete what we started with, but that we expand and realize the full benefits of these investments. Hence, you'll be seeing the Millennium Project Completion Agency that will be implementing the outstanding works and ensuring that the expanded works realize the benefits. So I would like to thank the government on behalf of Millennium Challenge Account Zambia for their commitment to the project and moving forward for their commitment to ensure that we expand and realize the benefits of these investments.
Speaking at the same briefing, Millennium Challenge Account Zambia Infrastructure Development Director Chipili Chikamba says their goal is to reduce poverty through economic growth in Zambia.
Coordinates are not accurately captured, or in some cases nothing is even captured, so you only run into them when you start excavations. Unforeseen ground conditions, water levels, rock, projects or investigations that have been done prior to this project did not really capture all this information, so we ran into a number of problems. Resettlement burden, we indicated to LCC and all other stakeholders what we were doing, the footprint of the project. Some projects had to be dropped at planning stage because of the amount of resettlement that was required. But even after we've given the plans, approvals were still being given to construct within the corridor, and that kept pushing the resettlement costs up. Cholera outbreak of 2017 was a big challenge. We couldn't get shutdowns approved. Even just having a certain number of people on a construction site, there was a statutory instrument that was released that made that very difficult, but we did engage government and we were working with them.
In Millennium Challenge Account Zambia, Procurement Director Chiwe Mwerwa says the project must have a timeline.
Project management, and you don't have scope, you don't have quality defined, and you don't have timelines, and you have known the amount of money that you need to spend, then you don't have a project. Because by definition, a project should have a timeline, a project should have cost attached to it, and the project must have quality defined. And in the middle of that triangle, there must be scope. That's what we call the golden triangle of project management. So all the elements of the project are actually controlled by procurement. The procurement function would ensure that you get contractors on time, that will finish the project on time. You have to make sure that they are within the cost of procurement. I must mention that the procurement that we've done have always been 20% lower than the estimated cost because of a number of things that I'm going to mention to you. So all the elements of a project management are actually a procurement function. So the procurement team actually is a place where the project is either won or lost, is actually the procurement process. Now, some of the lessons learned are that most people don't understand that the procurement is actually a three-phased issue. So there's a planning process, there's the actual procurement process itself, and there's a contract management and administration. So failure to recognize that procurement is in three distinct phases. We have problems that we have in this country. You have contractors abandoning works, contractors not doing proper works that are being.
3 deaths have so far been recorded since the project started. Malangi Zombola, CBC News.